Home Sweet Home by Sir Henry Bishop and John Payne. Pretty song. Pretty simple arrangement, as most of my arrangements are. It'll be based primarily on the melody, with a little bit of forward roll to fill in, and maybe vary that up somewhat during the places where we do some fill. But I think you'll be able to play this thing right away. I have for you today two documents that go along with this lesson. One is Home Sweet Home, the lyrics and chords, and I know you can't see it on the video, but it's on my website at rickmckeon.com. And then we have the tab. And you'll notice on the tab that the melody notes are highlighted in blue. We want to hear the melody coming out primarily. So if you've got good timing and we can hear the melody, then the rest of it is just to kind of flesh it out, to fill things in. There'll be some places, partial measures or even whole measures, where a note is held through or a word is held through, and we put some fill in there. But the melody is primarily the thing that identifies the song. So we're in the key of G. It's 4/4 time. We're in standard G tuning. So, talking about melody, let's take a look at that. We start out with a little bit of a pickup measure here. Mid pleasures and palaces. So you can hear that melody. Now you'll notice also the pickup is on the third string, but basically the entire melody is on the second string. And I walk all the way up to the eighth fret and down. So melody is going to be played on the second string, and we're going to back it up with a forward roll. Let's just go through the melody a little bit. Maybe the first part and separate, and then the second part separate. If I were to count this in, that little pickup is 4 and, so that's a 1-beat pickup, 2 eighth notes. So I would count 1, 2, 3. Mid pleasures. So pleasures is beat 1. Let's count this in real slow and just play the melody. Don't worry about any of the other notes for now. I want you to bring that out, because when you're playing all the other notes and the rolls, that's the thing you want to bring out so people can hear that. Here we go, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3. So that's the first phrase of the melody. And notice on the third string, I'm hammering on here. Hammering on to the third string and then hitting the open second string. And now the melody takes place on the second string. So we got first fret, third fret, fifth fret, and open second string. And again, this is a hammer. One more time. 1, 2, 3. And when we repeat that phrase, it's almost exactly the same, except we're going to go back to the open third string. And we conclude on the open third string. Let's take a look at the melody for the second half of it. 8, walk it back down. That's the same again. Melody stands out nice and clear, and we picked up virtually all of the notes from the song. Now, we're going to do a little forward roll. Index, middle, thumb, index, middle, thumb, index. And a lot of these phrases I end with a quarter note instead of an eighth note. If you were doing the forward roll, just a simple forward roll, like that, you'd include the 4 and, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But a lot of times in this song, just to kind of, again, accent the melody and bring that out, I just use a quarter note at the end of the phrase. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit on my right hand and play the forward roll with me a little bit. Those of you who are real familiar with the forward roll, you can probably fast forward through this, but let's take a look at that. This is the forward roll. Index, middle, thumb, index, middle, thumb, index, middle. Except many times I'll leave that last note out. Let's go through this a few times together, just with the open banjo. Don't need to make a chord. And I'll count us in 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, got it? Okay, so that's the little forward roll that we're going to use in this song. So we start out, and here again I'm using a quarter note there. Could include an eighth note. Let's try that once and see. That works. So either way, quarter note tends to give you a little bit of a gap there so that melody note can come out. Hammering on the third string to the second fret, and then we go into this forward roll, and as we do the forward roll, we're going to move our finger around on the second string. And when we get to Rome in measure 4, we just need a little something to fill in there. If you just played 2, 3, well, you get kind of a gap there for a couple of beats. So I've got this little bit of fill, and it could be something different, of course. Da da da. So just something to fill in that time, and then we go back into a repeat. Da, is just a little fill before we get into the second part. So this is gonna continue to be the forward roll. Pretty straightforward. At the very end I go. You could do anything you wanted there, but to kind of finalize the thing, you've got. Alright, so that's Home Sweet Home.